Yes, I was 5 years old when my twin sister decided to start playing the violin. And as her twin brother, I wanted to do something different. So I was looking for another instrument. I decided to start with the trumpet. And I remember that I had a first lesson. I was 5 years old. And the teacher told my parents that I'm talented with the instrument, but I should wait a little bit because I need to have my front teeth first. So I switched the instrument. I started also with the violin, and from that moment I felt so much in love with this wonderful singing instrument that I stayed with it until today. I will never forget the day when I came to Tokyo to pick up this wonderful instrument, and I had the first few notes with it in the office of the Nippon Music Foundation. And from this moment there was a change in possibilities of expression, because this instrument allows me so much to find different colors, and also to be more relaxed on stage, because this instrument doesn't need so much pressure. Actually, it's more about bow speed and looking for very intimate colors. And on the other side, this violin has an extremely strong personality. So every morning when I open the case, I think there is a really strong partner working with me.
I was born into a family of musicians, and I naturally started very early with the violin. But when I was 6 or 7 years old, I heard for the first time the Beethoven Violin Concerto with Ingolf Turban on a MC, and I immediately fell in love with this music, and I wanted to play this music too, and so I stayed with the violin. It's still a very special feeling to play on these incredible instruments, which have been played by so many famous musicians, and it's a great honor to be part of this long history.
So for me, actually it was my sister who was responsible for me starting to play viola. I had a few lessons on the violin first when I was 4 years old, but then I decided, because my sister was also already playing violin, that I wanted to do something else, and so my mother asked me, what do you want to play? And I was like, I don't know, viola? And she said, okay, then let's try play viola, and that's how I stayed with it. And then actually when I was in high school, my very good friend and colleague Florian, the first violinist of our quartet, came to my class when I was maybe 12 or 13 years old, and he was a very good violinist, and so from that time on I was very impressed, and it made me want to practice too and become better, and so I decided to also become a violinist, and no, a violist, and yeah, and then we studied together, and still until today we play in this wonderful quartet. When I first started playing on the Paganini Strat, I have to say that I was very, very impressed. Not just by the sound and the quality, but also by its sheer history. To know that I get to play every day on 1 out of 10 remaining Strad violas is the greatest honor I can imagine.
I grew up in a very musical environment. My father is a concert pianist, so from very early on there was always music in our house, and so it was very natural for me to listen to music, and very early this curiosity started that I also wanted to learn an instrument. And actually it's quite nice, because right now I also have a son who's 2 years old, so I can see the parallels. He also now having all this music around him, and this huge curiosity and joy of listening to music and trying out different instruments. And so yeah, there are a lot of parallels, and I think it comes very natural when you grow up with music around you. Of course, at the beginning I was completely awestruck to play on such a valuable instrument with all this history. And I have to say it has been and is by far the best instrument, the best cello I've ever played on. So yeah, actually I'm just completely thankful to have this opportunity and just enjoy every minute with it.